Hi guys, Mr. Jaeger here, and welcome to my returning to YouTube video. So this video is just an announcement video. It's just to basically let you guys know what the plan is and where I've been for the while. So hello, it's great to see you guys once again, and thank you everyone for your comments, for your messages. It's been fantastic. I looked at all the messages for the 2020. I just realized I misspelt that. That's a bad one. I just noticed I put fucking 2020, not 2022. Anyway, you know me. So yes, I'm back. So what is going on? Where have I been? So for the last like 2 months and a bit, I've been away doing well, basically getting myself adjusted and sorted to a new job. So in my old job, I won't go into full details, but basically for a long time, I was in a bit of a rut. I had probably the early stages of depression because I honestly just hated working where I was working. Despite having, I had some friends and, there was some good things in some parts. It was immensely depressing where I was working. The atmosphere was toxic. The stress was intense. It just all over the place, leaving an after effect on me. I was fortunate that it wasn't so bad that I had to get medicine for it, but I feel like if I stayed there any longer, it probably would have resulted in me getting to that stage. But I was very fortunate, and I thank the Emperor and the gods and whoever, even Satan, for giving me the opportunity to change jobs. And I then took a holiday, having changed the jobs. I had my last shift at my old workplace, and I had a much-needed holiday. I hadn't seen my family in over 6 months, so I went down there, visited my family, and I've come back, and I've had a few weeks at working at my new job. So, kind of brought up to speed, what exactly is about my new job that's amazing? Well, apart from the fact that it's more hours, which, more money, pretty good, the work environment is much less stressful. It's different, and I've got lots to learn, and I'm, still in the learning phases of the job. I've only been working at my new place for a while, for like a few weeks now, but I'm learning a lot, and I'm, it's all clicking, which is awesome. But also, the people are very nice, and they're very friendly, and they're all welcoming, and working with people in that job is really nice and fun and enjoyable. But the biggest, in my opinion, the biggest and best part about the whole thing is it's a 9 to 5 job. I work Monday to Friday most weeks, with the occasional exception of one Saturday, for like admin worky sort of thing. But on the week that I work the Saturday, I have a weekday off. Like, obviously I don't want to be too loud, but like, I'm genuinely over the moon at this particular promise. I'm ecstatic. I can't lie. It's just so great to hear and to have this. And I'm stupidly grateful for this thing, because it is just such a weight off my mind. It is awesome. And the reason why is because obviously I have a schedule. I can actually plan a schedule. I have my week planned out, and it doesn't change, and it's fantastic. I'm very, very grateful to be in this position, and with this news going into the actual thing, I can actually now do something a bit more proper, like when it comes to YouTube. I don't have to sort of adhere to some shitty lastminute.com change around schedule. I actually have an understanding as to what's going on. So going into YouTube side of things, what are my plans? Well, my plans are as follows. I intend to stream, and I'll be streaming on YouTube. So I know that Twitch may have some benefits. I know that there is Twitch, I know, has its good sides. But to be fair, I actually enjoyed streaming to YouTube more. I find it's a lot more enjoyable. I find it easier as well. And I think if I'm gonna do live streaming, I'm gonna have to commit to one or the other. And I feel that YouTube, as shit a system as it is, we all know what the issue is. I'm no left-wing nut job. So I'm obviously never going to be quite successful, but still, I find that YouTube in this particular state is probably the better choice in some regards, for streaming at least, because it allows me to set events, it's easier to work with, I can, it just works. It works better. Obviously, if down the line the opportunity presents itself that Twitch may end up working, or a new website comes up and streaming to that makes more sense, if there's more viability to it, then naturally things will change. But obviously, right now, YouTube, easier to work with, it's not too demanding. I don't want to have to stretch the bandwidth, but yeah. So, what will I be streaming on YouTube? Star Citizen. Yes, that game. Why? Why am I still attempting to make videos for it? I've been saying it for fucking years that I was going to try and make videos on Star Citizen, and it never came quite off. Why the hell am I doing this? Well, because at this point, I'm like, no. Fuck you. I'm out of the shit. I'm out of the depression. I'm out of half-arsing stuff. I'm gonna fucking do it. I have no idea what I'm going to do in Star Citizen-wise, but I'm going to give it a bloody good try. And I'm gonna try and make videos about Star Citizen, even if it's stupid shit. But, streaming I think is probably the safest to start with, and then if something happens and the subject kind of rolls into it, then that would be awesome as well, because I love Star Citizen. It's a game that I always turn into a car salesman about. It's a game that I believe in. It's a game that I like. It's a game that is something that I just enjoy. It's something that I feel would be nice to go into. And that doesn't mean I'm going to only do Star Citizen content from now on, so don't worry. Hearts of Iron 4, for example, going on to the other games we'll be talking about, is also on the list for games I'll be playing, because recently I've been seeing an absolute buttload of mods for Hearts of Iron Old World Blues. There's a new Eagle Rock, which is apparently this merchant fleet that you can have now in the Wasteland. I didn't realize you could do that. There's Arizona Reborn, which is a sub mod. We've got a mod for like more robots. So I actually have a reason to play have a playthrough where I'm controlling robots, because now there's more than just the one or two. There's actually decent quality looking robots. I don't know why it took so long for this to happen, but it happened. So yes, I'm very happy about this, and I'm hoping to, I'm definitely going to try and put into getting some cracks in that. There's another game, actually, which I'm very excited for, to the point where I'm actually going to link have images of in this video, which is Darktide. Now, if you don't know what Darktide is, it's basically a co-op shooter / melee game set within the 40k universe, and you and 3 other members of a party go into a hive city overrun by chaos and complete various missions. Now, Darktide feels and oh, it's so good. Like, I'm very, very hyped. It's been a very long time since I've been hyped for this game, and oh, it's really, really cool. So basically, the reasons why I'm excited for Darktide. First of all, it's Warhammer 40k. It's a 40k game that looks good. We've not had many of those in a very long time. So, being a 40k fan, I do love this. This is one of my things that I'm excited about. The story has been written by Dan Abnett. If you don't know who he is, he's basically one of the gods of Warhammer lore. He was famous for writing the Horus Heresy series, or a number of books in the Horus Heresy series. He's written Eisenhorn, Gaunt's Ghosts. He is the authority on Warhammer 40k lore, and he has done some fantastic work, and I'm so happy to hear that he's part of the lore of this game, and it just feels so good. It feels right. The story is awesome. So what else is good? Well, it's been made by the guys who did Vermintide. Now, I've been doing Vermintide, I've been playing Vermintide, and it is actually really, really nice. Vermintide 2 is basically, well, a co-op melee / shooter, but set within the Warhammer Fantasy period. So going into these guys basically know how to do a good game, and they've proven themselves with Vermintide 2, and I'm ecstatic for Darktide to play it. And oh, the soundtrack is so good. Oh, the soundtrack is so good. And my own personal little silly reason, I am ecstatic because I finally get to have a first-person shooter in Warhammer 40k of an Imperial Guardsman las rifle. And yes, it's Imperial Guardsmen. I will fight, I will die on this hill. They are not Astra Militarum, because I'm not some ponce head who thinks that I have to be politically correct with this. They are the Imperial Guard of the Imperium of Mankind. Fight me, fuckers. Anyway, so Darktide is coming out in September. I'm really excited for this game because it is just that good. I know it's dangerous to have the hype train, but this game just looks and feels and sounds fucking so good. Anyway, so yes, that's a rough plan. There are other games, of course, that I'm thinking about. Obviously, we need to continue and finish off War on the Sea. Yes, I was right. Holy fuck! I didn't think I was right. I didn't sound like I was right. But yes, War on the Sea, because don't forget, I did have a playthrough, which unfortunately, due to the campaign getting corrupted, I had to delete, which is really depressing. But the good news is, obviously, it's been a while since the game updated. A little concerning on that, but it's been a while since the game updated, and hopefully we'll be able to get a good playthrough of that soon, and I'll be able to actually have a really good fun, good enjoyment, because I really did enjoy playing that game. It was a lot of fun, and I loved the TTE, the Tokyo Express mod, which improved a load of things as well. So yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing what this particular game has to offer in the future. And there's a few other things as well, but I don't want to bore you because I've been talking for over 10 minutes, and I'm sure you're bored already. So anyway, so the other thing that I'm also going to say, which is kind of cool, is that you're not going to have to deal with this microphone as well. So the last thing we'll say is I'm getting a new microphone. It's coming this weekend, the time of the recording, which is the 6th of July 2022. So I'm hoping by the 9th, not only will I get a new microphone, because I'm sadly going to have to retire the Rode NT. Long story short, it keeps cutting out whenever I'm recording, which is not optimal. And while this microphone does the job, it's not really suitable for what we need, because either it's going to be a bit comey, it's going to be a bit like, you'll also hear me breathing, which is not really good. So Rode NT, too buggered because I kept knocking it over. This microphone I'm using on my Corsair is not good because it's just not really suitable, but I have a new microphone in the form, it's known as a toner. Yeah, it's the toner something or other. Yeah, toner PC and the long, lame, condensed microphone, which is really cool. I did a bit of research. I didn't just buy it out of random. And apparently this is the decent for actually quite a reasonable price. I was only got it for like 30 quid, which is ridiculous. So yeah, I got this, and I got one of those fancy stands as well. So I'm actually able to not knock the fucker over every 5 seconds. I'll actually have one of those actual streamer things that you can tell I'm professional. I'll actually be able to have one of those streamer stands, which will make it actually useful for me to use, which is great. So yeah, I'm looking forward to working with that. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys once more, and I will get back to you on when I'm starting to do the scheduling. Again, I kind of want to just start with one thing and then slowly move into making schedules and stuff like that. But anyway, I've been talking to you guys for almost 15 minutes now. My throat's getting a bit dry, so I will love and leave you. It's been awesome to speak to you guys once again, and I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, and because you guys know what's coming, but I'm going to say it until the day I die, because I appreciate you guys so much. I'm so grateful for you guys sticking with the channel, commentating, liking the videos. I know my videos don't do a lot. I don't aim for them to do a lot. It's nice when they do well, but the fact that I get comments on them years after I've released them, and the people who are commentating give me the opportunity to remember all the classic moments in my YouTube career so far, it's been fantastic. I've extremely loved watching some of my old stuff, having witnessed the comment, and I'm like, oh my god, he was talking about this, or, pointing out some good points of criticism and feedback. So thank you all so very much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for sticking with the channel. We didn't lose any subscribers. throughout this whole period. I was looking occasionally on the thing saying, right, when's the point where I'm going to start losing people? We kept gaining. So thank you all so very much from the bottom of my heart. And I hope that we can, get this channel back into what its original form was, which is making content for you guys to be entertained randomly throughout the day. So thank you once again, and I will see you in the future with hopefully a better sounding microphone. This is Mr. Jaeger signing out.